see. And I think we're live. Do you want to see on the Facebook group if you see it?
Here. Group here. Yeah, we're live. Yeah, absolutely. I see it. Yeah.
Awesome. So maybe we'll give it another minute or so. I see one person is joining. We'll give some people some time because we haven't really gave some notice about when this is happening because of our crazy schedule. I'm at the moment in Portugal, and I have my mom visiting, so it kind of, we're trying to put things to work, and finally we're able to do it. So I'm happy.
What time is there?
Right now it is 8 p.m. 8:05.
It's 2 p.m. here, so it's a little bit of a challenge getting together, but we did it.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. So I'm sure people will be able to see it later, and if I'll see the questions that people will post, I'll be happy to answer later. So maybe we'll start by me introducing myself. My name is Lior Vaknin. I'm in no way, shape, or form a Facebook expert. I'm just a marketer, like most people in this group, and probably most people will watch this video either on the other platforms or whatever. I've been a marketer since 2009, and I wanted to share some of the tips on my success with Facebook marketing in terms of acquiring new clients and getting leads for as little as $5, even less. But my average cost per lead is roughly around $5. Can you see the screen right now, Tim? Can you see my screen? Or
sure, yeah. No, I can see you, but I can't see your screen at this time.
Let me do this 1 second. Entire screen.
There we go.
So
yeah.
Can you see?
Yeah.
You see this?
I sure do.
Okay, perfect. So this is what I'm talking about. This is the Facebook Facebook Ads Manager, and as you can see, this is my my average lead cost of roughly $5. And what we're doing today is me just explaining and giving some of the tips of how I got it. So the first thing is really about picking your niche. I'll stop this for a second. I think that one of the most important things in the whole marketing ecosystem is finding your niche. And I know that everyone is saying it, and it's become such a saturated concept, but really I found that when you really get down to it and find your target, the clients or the customers who are relevant for you and you're relevant for them, then the other works becomes very easy. And I'll explain. My target niche is Israeli or Hebrew speaking service people in the United States. So this is a very narrow group of people. I'm not trying to focus about all the people in the local services area industry in the United States. I'm not trying to focus about all the Hebrew speaking people in the world. I'm focusing on a very small niche of people in the local services, locksmith, garage door, air duct cleaning, etc., who are either Israeli or Hebrew speaking and are living in the United States. So this is my niche, and as soon as I figure it out, because obviously I've done some tests. It's not like I've started with this niche. It was much broader. It was at the beginning. It was Israelis or Hebrew speakers all over the world, and it wasn't focused on the local services. It was people with e-commerce website and a lot of other businesses, consulting, and so on and so forth. As soon as I tapped into that niche, things have become much easier for me, both in terms of my messaging and in terms of how easy it is for me to target them and to get leads for very low cost, especially when the average client is around $1,500 more or less paying per month. So this is I think something that each one of us, before we even start to go on Facebook and try to tap into the 2 billion plus users worldwide, is try to understand who's your target and try to find some similarities. And maybe, Tim, you're a musician. Maybe it's business owners with some sort of relations to music or to arts or stuff like that. Everyone in every case has their own character, but we need to be tuned with ourselves and with what differentiate us from all the other people who are, promoting themselves on those platforms, that people would want to work with us. And this is connected, uh, uh, um, you know, hand in hand. It goes hand in hand with the messaging later on. But first, we need to really pick our niche. Second thing, let me go back into sharing the screen. So second thing would be the targeting. Once we know what's our niche, who we want to focus on, then the rest of the job is pretty technical. Now, you don't need to be a Facebook marketing expert. Everything is very, very, very straightforward. Now, I know that it has words and character in Hebrew that you and most of the people watching won't understand, but these are two headsets. One is lookalike for people who've opened my the form, the lead form, and the other one is for Israelis in America with a Facebook page. Okay, so if we go in, you can see the screen, right?
How many people are in that group?
So you see the audience definition, it's around 33,500 people. It's not a lot, but it's not 100 people. So it's a size, it's a decent size for Facebook to work with. Like they have the segmentation and they can break it down for it to be relevant. And I'll show you what I mean. So first of all, the location is people are in the United States or Canada. The age group for me is between 23 and 62. Why? Because younger than that, they'll probably won't be business owners, and there are outliers, and it's not something that I want to waste my money on. And if they're older, and I don't mean to offend anyone, but if they're older, they might not be suitable for my language, for who I am personally, for my personal connection. Okay, so a lot of the times with Facebook marketing, if you leave it widely spread, and you put the age group up to 100 or without a limit, you'll a lot of times you'll get just clicks from people watching the ad, and they don't know how they got to it. So you're trying to minimize the irrelevant leads and just break it down into the most relevant one. The next part would be the language. And like I said, it's Israelis, so they speak Hebrew, which narrows down the selection pretty heavily. And it's people who match, and then they need to be either Facebook page admins, and then there's different type of group and business business admins with some sort of entity that is connected to Facebook itself.
I find that interesting because it's been a couple of years since I did any Facebook ads, and I don't remember the ability to add the admins as your target audience. Is that something fairly new?
Yes.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
There are so many segmentation and
Yeah.
things you can do in Facebook. You can, if you're a realtor, you can target people who are living in the top 10% of the zip codes in the United States. There are people, and you can mix and match. Like there are people who, if we're talking about English speaking, so there are people who you want to target who own Facebook pages and like business help or finance or stuff like that. So it narrows down your target audience and your reach to the people who are most relevant for you. And again, each case is unique, but thanks to Facebook's almost unlimited data, we're able to break it down and to segment the relevant from the irrelevant in a pretty good way. The next thing would be the placement, and this is again something that I found most relevant. My ads, and we'll check a couple of them in a few minutes, but my ads are image ads and video ads. And so I don't want them to appear anywhere but the Facebook newsfeed. That's it. I don't want them to be on the Messenger stories. I don't want to be them on Instagram Explorer. I don't want to be on video feed. I want them solely on the Facebook newsfeed. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I have other options here. I don't have, in this specific case, I don't have device specifications, but if you are, if you know that you are looking for high ticket clients or paying clients, this is something that I would definitely consider. For instance, I would target people who are with iPhone and leave all people who are using Android, because this is it's generalizing, but it gives us a pretty good guidance into the person's wealth, or it tells us that he's the people with iPhone have more money. I don't know how to put it into words in English, but it does goes into effect of financial situation of that person. So those are things, and everything I highly recommend of A/B testing and checking and seeing what works and what not. But these are things that are super important. And again, if you're targeting English-speaking people in the United States, try to be as specific as possible into who your target client is, in order for you not to spend, 50, 100, maybe more per lead, and lower that cost as much as possible, so you'll be able to um, get those leads cheap, and then just focus on the work itself. Trying to see if there are other. I haven't touched it, to be honest. At this point, these ads are almost on autopilot. I'm not touching them at all. Like, if I have a bunch of new clients coming in, I'm just shutting the campaign off. And once everyone's on board and I can bring more clients, then I can open the campaign. But I'm not touching it, and I haven't looked at the campaign specifics for months. So excuse me if you see me stutter or don't know what exactly is going on. But once you set it up for success and it's working, that's it. You don't need to touch it anymore.
When you say clients, I don't want to get ahead of you, but when you say clients, what kind of clients are you referring to?
So for me, let me just close this. For me, my clients are AdWords management, PPC management clients, and SEO clients.
Okay. That's pretty cheap. $5 a lead. Wow.
Yes, it's unparalleled to any other medium that I know of. And again, I'm not saying that it will work at the same cost per lead for everyone else, but again, it comes down to these four things. One is picking your niche. Second is building this, structuring the campaign and the ad sets correctly. Thirdly, and I'll share again.
Yeah, we're gonna be able to see maybe an ad that you.
Yes. I'm gonna show this. I'm gonna show this right now. So we have the picking the niche, targeting, and the third part is the storytelling, the copyright, the messaging. This is one of the most important aspects of this process of generating the leads. Now, like I said, we are all unique, and most people, I believe, won't connect into what I say. Most people that, statistically speaking, most people that see the ad either don't interact with it, or it's irrelevant, or they know the information, or they don't like my character, they don't like my skin tone, they don't like the length of my hair, whatever it is. We need to take that into effect. And once you do take this into effect, it allows you to express yourself, who you really are, in a better way. Why? Because those who don't like you won't like you, no matter how much you'll try to grow upon them. But those who do like you and do connect to you personally, once you express yourself and be you fully, if you're a musician, maybe pick up an instrument, combine this, do things that will allow the audience to build some sort of personal connection with you, even though you don't know them. But there is a connection, and so I'm in my ads. I have 2 or 3 video ads, which are just me giving some tips. One is about SEO, one is about um, uh, uh, Google Ads. Now, these videos are in Hebrew, so it won't be relevant. But the important thing isn't the messaging as much as just giving value to the people watching it. Don't try to oversell. People reach, just if they need your service and they believe you and they see that what you're saying is genuine and you're trying to help, those that need the help will reach out, and those that don't, good, you've helped them. They would have done it regardless. They would have done it without using um, a consultant. They would have gone to YouTube or whatever medium they would use in order to do it themselves. So don't try to um, keep the information to yourself. Those are the video ads. But my the most successful ad, the one that is generating for me, let me see if I can expand this. Can you see this?
Sure.
The one that is generating the most amount of leads for me is this text ad with an image. Now, right off the bat, I'm talking to my target niche. Now it says here in Hebrew, so you got a locksmith, garage door, air duct, or maybe same day appliance repair business. So if the person's watching this does have one of these services, which is, I would say, 70 to 80% of the Israelis who are in the services industries in the United States are in those four businesses, you've got them attention. You got their attention right off the bat, okay? And then I go about and try to explain them how things look from my end. And now, again, each person will use their own copyright. Obviously, if you try to use this in your niche or with your ad, for in 99% certainty, it won't work. So you need to be creative about how you tell your story. But here, I'm just sharing how things look from our side on why people who are, paying $500 a month and are bummed by them not getting the best service and not getting the best leads. And I'm saying, listen, guys, it doesn't make sense that when you're paying such a low amount, you'll get a premium service or a 24/7 customer service, and you have a personnel that's always with you and cares about your business, and you're not just another number for the accountant that is just paying the bills for the office or whatever. So I'm being super blunt. I'm being very straightforward, telling that I'm not cheap, but you get the quality that you won't find somewhere else. So
people will pay for quality.
People will pay for quality, and if you're good, they will refer other good paying customers to you, and that's what I found. And listen, I'm gonna be real honest with you. There are people who are making better job at AdWords campaign building. There are people who are doing far better job than me in SEO. There are people who are better job with Facebook marketing. But there are few people who are willing to, I almost feel like I'm partner with my clients. I really genuinely care for their success. And I'm keeping on pushing myself on growing, on acquiring the best knowledge, on getting the best tools and whatever it is, in order to supply them with the best service and the best results. So this is something that people value, and obviously the results comes with it, you know. So
You mind if
this is really, say it again.
you mind if I mention something that you said earlier about giving out tips? I used to be afraid to give out tips to business owners because I thought, well, they're going to take these tips and do it themselves. But what I found out is completely the opposite. They realize it's a great tip, but then they realize they can't implement it, and then they hired me. I actually gave a class where I taught them how to rank a GMB. And what I found out is they enjoyed the tips, but they couldn't implement it, so they hired me to do it. And they didn't have the time. So giving away tips is really a great idea because they will
Yeah,
turn do.
and some people even they know how to do things. Like I have clients who know how to do these things. But when
Yeah,
you're a business owner, you can't micromanage each aspect of
no,
your business by yourself. Otherwise, you'll drown in work. You'll have no
that's
life. You'll be, in the warehouse or whatever all day long. Like you need to learn how to allow other people, trust them, people who are knowledge, each in their field, um, do their job, pay them good, and get the results. Obviously, no one would do the thing as good as you would do it yourself, but it all
it's a time
there
factor.
should be some sort of balance,
Yeah, the guy that owns the plumbing business can go out and do the plumbing, but he doesn't have time. He's got to manage the plumbers that he's got underneath him. So there's just no time to do all this SEO. Even though the business owner knows how to do it, he really has to outsource it to somebody like you
Yeah, or you.
or me.
So yeah. Um, so let me just go back into screen sharing. So this is the ad on, like I said, I have like 4, and I allow Facebook to determine which one works best. And you see it also with AdWords. Like things have changed from the days that you would think that you would outsmart the system or whatever. Now the AI and everything knows far better than us what works and what doesn't. So we just need to trust it. Now, another thing that I haven't mentioned is that nowadays we can have several options, okay, either for the text itself, for the headline, for whatever it is. And Facebook, based on the data and based on the conversion, it will pick the best, the winner combination for you. So that's an awesome thing.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing that I haven't mentioned is that the type of ads that I'm using is messages ads. I used to use the Facebook lead generation, but for me personally, and again, each case has its own different criteria and different results. So you need to test it for yourself. But for me, with the messages ads, I found that the ads are the most relevant and most cost efficient. So as soon as someone is sending me a message, there is an automated message that is being sent. Hey, what's up? Please send me your WhatsApp number, and I'll get back to you later today. And the reason why I'm saying WhatsApp is because, like I said, I'm right now in Europe, and my clients are in the US. So WhatsApp is the easiest way of communication. And another thing is that remember that we talked about the niche. Israeli people are very savvy on WhatsApp. Um, uh, Regular Americans sometimes like their iMessage, or Chinese or Asian people like Badu or WeChat or stuff like that. So again, you need to go deep into the psychology of who your client is in order um, to get this level of you know of excellency. I'm not saying that I'm excellent, but you just need to think about who your client is and adjust yourself accordingly.
Now you don't like I used to use a form when I go to a landing page. You just have a send message, and that's the end of it. Or I
That's
mean,
the end of it, and you get it as a and you get it on your page. This ad is connected to my Facebook page, so I get it. I have the app. Let me see what's the name of it. It's by Facebook. It's called Business Suite. So you get all your messages there. Now with the lead form, what used to happen is that you get it, but it goes into your system, and then you need to connect Zapier or a third party software for it to send it to your email. So it's more complex. Plus, the results aren't better. So everyone who has Facebook nowadays has Messenger, and for me, um, this is this is what seemed to work the best.
that's interesting. I'm not really a lead capture guy. I'll tell you that up front. But I see a lot of this funneling, click funnels, and all this stuff where they funnel them through a sales funnel. And this is interesting because they send you a message, and then you just start communicating right off the bat. So
Yep,
that
yep.
is interesting. Yeah, absolutely.
So with the lead generation part and the lead funnel and all that, it really depends on the objective. Now, if you're trying to sell a course, an online course, stuff like that, you want to first capture their email and get them into the funnel, and it's a big numbers game. But here, that's not my objective. My objective is just start a communication. It's just talk to the person directly, because I'm offering a service. I'm not offering a product. For products, that's a different story. um, Now, another thing that is important to mention is the hours of when these ads are showing up. So let me go back to the ad sets and rules, manage rules.
There's a lot going on in this dashboard. I will say that it can be a little intimidating, I think, for people.
Yeah, but listen, I acquired most of my knowledge from this YouTube personnel named Ben Keith, and everyone who's watching this video right now and our conversation most likely be someone like us who knows how to search. Like, if you would ask me what's the number one tool or skill set that a person needs nowadays, is learn how to search. That's it. Everything else is out there. As long as you know how to search and how to find the answer, and do it by yourself, you can do anything. I can build a house from mud. I can create a hydrogen engine. I can learn Facebook market. I can do everything. I just need to learn to search. And with Google and YouTube, like, that's really all the skill set that we need today, if you ask me.
Absolutely.
So again, because my clients are in the US and they're employees, so I created um, a rule. So a rule is basically is saying when should the ads start or the ad set, And let me. And when should they stop? Okay, so all the times here are Eastern time. Now I'm 6 hours behind you, something like that. So I'm running my ads starting. No, this is stopping. Let me open the turn on campaign. So I'm starting them at 12 p.m. Eastern time. Why? Because that is 9 a.m. California or Pacific. So I want to capture in this in the time that the ads are running, I want to capture as much of my target audience as possible. So I'm running it from for 12 hours, from 12 to 12. Now these hours, I've adjusted myself to work in US hours, but you and whoever is watching this, you need to make the adjustments yourselves. So Israelis, for us, the holy day is Friday and Saturday, so the ads are off, and Sunday it's a weekend, so no one wants to deal with work on the weekend, so the ads are off. So I'm just posting on 4 days a week, and that's completely fine, you know. So again, try to go down to details as much as possible. Now the last part of my funneling, of how I bring, let me just stop this, of how I bring clients on board, is once I have their WhatsApp number, I add them into a WhatsApp broadcast list. So this is the equivalent of email newsletter. And I just send them updates every week or so. Sometimes it's about SEO. Sometimes it's about Facebook marketing. Sometimes it's about PPC and Google AdWords. Sometimes it's just wishing them have a happy Rosh Hashanah, happy Jewish New Year. But I'm keeping this sort of relationship with them long after we've ended our initial call and they told me, okay, this is not relevant, or they haven't got back to me, or whatever it was, you know? And so I'm constantly on their mind. It's like next time that they would think about a marketer, they'll see me on the WhatsApp, you know, on their recent personnel. They won't have to look far. So this is really it. There's no magic. There's no hidden secret tools. Very straightforward, and anyone is willing to put the work and think about what their niche is, set the right targeting, write the right messaging, and then follow up and build relationship with the client, I believe can succeed, or at least improve their lead gen results drastically.
A quick question: the information that goes out to these people weekly, is it informational, or is it a little salesy, or just whatever?
No, it's just me holding my iPhone, recording what. Yeah, it's a video. It's mostly videos. Like sometimes it's something else, but those are like things that happen on the spot. For instance, I had a call from a potential client, or or a lead that told me that he was getting at the last 8 years, he was getting 80 to 90% of his work from one of the major retails in America. So he hasn't built his own uh, uh, profile or entity. He was just a subcontractor for one of these big retails. And all of a sudden, he found himself, because of Google's algorithm change or because of whatever, he found himself not getting as much work. He has employees, and he was struggling, and he needed help. And so right after our call, I picked up I picked up my phone. I started recording. Listen, guys, this is how Facebook determines who should be in the top results. And now, obviously, it goes into 1,000 or more signals, but at least know that there should be an intent. And if we're talking about local businesses, then what they're expecting to see is the Google guarantee and the Google Maps. Like this is this is what this is what they're looking for. And so even if you're Walmart or Sears or whatever those brands are, most likely is that a local serviceman would pop above them. So this is the type of content. It's on the fly. It's not something scripted. It's something that I think will be able to help the people who are listening, and that's pretty much it.
Very personal, and they see your face. That's really good. I like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I see that there are two people now on the feed, so I don't know if they have question, but if you hear me, um, or you maybe Tim have some more question, um, yeah,
I think I asked most of the ones that I wanted to ask, on the way through. But I really appreciate you coming on here, and that's a lot of information right there. I think a lot of people can use. But my group, I really want to, get out the best information I can to people. You, social media and YouTube stuff like that has been invaluable to what I do because I learn something every day, and it's just stuff like this that really helps everybody, move forward.
yeah,
I spent
yeah,
10 years completely alone, just guessing how this stuff works, and now I can,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
just like you said earlier, you can learn anything from if you've got a computer connection, and you can get down the rabbit hole a long way.
yeah,
It's amazing.
absolutely. Now, Tim, is the group, is it like, is there some vetting going into it? Is this like anyone who just wants to learn about like what is your objective with this group?
I like to bring a lot of different ideas. If you notice, I'll post something, one day, and then the next day it's completely off in another field. Just a lot of different ideas. I know everybody doesn't do the same thing, so I try to bring in a lot of different ideas. One thing I wish people would do, I wish other people would post more than I do, as much as I do, or I encourage people to post themselves. I notice a lot of people don't. I really don't want them to come in and then, throw up their offer first thing, but I would like for people to contribute.
Yep, yeah,
Everybody,
yeah,
everybody
yeah,
in the group knows something that they can share. I'm sure of that.
yeah,
You
yeah.
want to kind of keep your
But but
secrets over
but
here, but go ahead.
yeah. But the people, the members, like how are they finding the group? Is there some sort of is this a general SEO group,
Yeah, more.
or is there something more specific that characterizes it?
It's overall it's general. I'm a Menterprise user, and we have a lot of Menterprise users in it, and I do probably post a little heavy Menterprise, but other than that, it's really a general group,
Hmm.
mostly a
Hmm.
general group. And I don't have time to really market the group like I like to. We've got about 600 members, but we get a few a week. I've got a lot of marketing people that are friends with me on Facebook that I need to invite over to the group. And I encourage people that are in the group to invite other people also. I'd like to get some really,
Yeah.
really, masterminds in there that can really offer some stuff. And we've got some people, I don't want to name names, but we've got some really good people in the group already that have a lot of knowledge.
Yeah.
If I
I,
mention somebody, I'll leave somebody out. So
yeah. Yeah. I would definitely want to, switch seats with you, and next time, find some time and go over um, some local SEO stuff, and get your take, and get down to business, as they say. Get down to the nitty gritty, because you're I think one of the more knowledgeable person that I know of, in terms of SEO, and local SEO, and I love learning, and I love watching your videos, and everything you do. So so if you're open to it, I'd love to do another one.
well, thank you. I like to think of it in terms of one beggar helping another beggar find bread. You might have heard that saying, but that's what we're doing,
Yeah, yeah,
helping each other.
yeah, absolutely. Awesome. So thanks for everyone who joined. Thanks, Tim, for having me. And
You bet.
if you have any questions, just leave them down in the description below. And that's it. Till next time.
Appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thanks, Tim. Bye bye.